darkest moments in TV history. Oh my gosh, guys, it's like horror, creepy stuff. Oh my god. Ah!
Now, which of these ways would you choose to reveal your secret crush on someone? A, would you write that person a letter?
It's March 6th, 1995, as taping begins on an all-new episode of The Jenny Jones Show. The program was essentially a tabloid talk show centered around everyday people caught up in unusual circumstances, which made for an entertaining yet often questionable program, with the showrunners doing everything in their power to make the content as shocking and sensational as possible. And this episode was set to be no different. The segment centered around 6 people, each of whom had a secret admirer, who would be revealed for the very first time here on the show, with the most compelling of the group by far shaping up to be 24-year-old Jonathan Schmitz. Like the others, someone had a long-standing crush on Jonathan, but was too afraid to tell him. And upon hearing of this, Jonathan hoped in the back of his mind that it would be his longtime ex-girlfriend, who he had a newfound interest in marrying, though he was in for quite a shock. The twist in the episode was that Jonathan's secret admirer was actually a man named Scott Amador.
Why would they set him up like this?
The two were actually good friends, though Scott had never once mentioned having any sort of romantic interest in him, due to the fact that Jonathan was straight, and had never given any sort of indication otherwise, setting the scene for what was surely going to be a shocking reveal. A reveal that the crowd just couldn't wait to see.
B, would you tell the person inside and
Yo, get a better mic.
ImDOntai.
Holy
I was
shit.
pretty neutral about Marvel stuff before you went on a run of consuming lore content, but now that you have, I hate every single thing about it. I hope Marvel turns into DC and fails like that bum-ass Seattle superhero movie that flopped.
I at least want to see how this Doomsday movie is, because I just like RDJ. I just like him, bro. Like, at this point, I don't even care about the story. I just want to see how he portrays Doctor Doom, and I just want to see the Secret Wars movie, because he's gonna be in that as well. That's like, those literally are the only 2 movies I want to see. Go back. What do you mean go back? Go back in the video for what?
he rejects?
Go. What did I miss? His best friend has a crush on him, guys. Come on. Oh, to the lore.
You. Or C, would you tell that person that you're gay and you hope he is on national television?
How is that funny? How is that funny, bro? Let's make someone uncomfortable for your entertainment.
Jenny Jones starts by talking to Scott and a mutual friend, inquiring as to how this crush began in the first place.
I want you now to meet Donna and Scott. Now, Donna has been helping Scott pursue his secret crush on John. John's backstage. He can't hear us. How bad's the crush? Tell me about the first time you met him. Where was he?
Basically, he was under a car, working on her brake line.
Yeah. And that was your first time? What was your first impression?
Well, I only saw the lower half of him, so you can imagine.
Before she begins to dig even deeper, pushing Scott to disclose as much graphic personal information as possible, just to make things that much more entertaining, and his answers did not disappoint.
Okay, you think about you have fantasies about him?
I've had a couple, yeah.
Yeah, you had when he was under the car, you had a fantasy about him.
Yeah, something to do with like brake oil line snapping and...
You have another one that involved, you were in a hammock or something? Tell us about that fantasy.
Yeah, I thought about tying him up to my hammock.
With all of Scott's secrets now out in the open,
I feel like when the teacher makes us do paperwork because the class won't stop talking. I was here for the law, but I'm here nonetheless. Much love, bro.
Bro, it's like when half the chat is just like, yo, dude, oh my god, this is boring. Dude, I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know. It's just, I can't get into it, okay? And rather than subject half the chat, like, half the people are enjoying it, and the other
Go
half...
back to the law video. I don't really care about it for real, I just wanted to add to the conflict, Lamau.
Bro, I just rather, instead of like half the chat complaining how boring it is and this is too long and I don't care and dude, play Halo, it's just like, you know what? Let's just shift topics entirely, bro.
it was time to bring out the man himself, the object of Scott's affection, who had absolutely no idea what he was walking into.
Let's have John come out here and see who has the crush on him. Here's John.
This nigga so gay his hair running away from his hairline. What the fuck kinda homosexual devious charcuterie was this nigga trying to get into on 70s television?
This is like so crazy. Like,
I'm
why
a
would
big
you
Jenny
do this?
Jones fan, but you not watching this whole thing right.
You're trolling.
This was the pivotal moment of the show, the big reveal, and perhaps overcome by the excitement of the ratings that she assumed this would bring her, Jenny Jones
You said you wanted another Pop the Balloon video.
Don't even start.
Especially since it did good on YouTube. Heart, guys, pop the girls.
Don't even. Now, don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, man, because I'll do it.
hardly wait to blurt out who Jonathan's
I'll watch
admirer
it.
truly was.
Did you think Donna had the crush on you?
Did I? No, we're good friends.
Well, guess what? It's Scott that has the crush on you.
You lied to me.
Jonathan's reaction was certainly
Good sport. All right, and that's where it ends. Oh, there's still more.
one of shock, but the host wasn't quite satisfied, having one more trick up her sleeve in order to garner an even stronger reaction, as she gives the producers the cue to replay Scott's segment.
Oh, bruh, come on, dude. Why would you do this?
Where he discussed his fantasies in depth.
Before we talk, take a look at, show a little playback of what Scott
And they
said about
just
you,
laughing,
John.
bro.
Take a look at that
Oh,
monitor
right
down
here?
there.
Well, it entails like whipped cream and champagne, stuff like that.
Yeah, he looks uncomfortable.
And from here, the segment comes to a close, with Jonathan reaffirming that he is in fact straight, thus dashing Scott's hopes of ever dating the man.
Did you have any idea that he liked you this much?
No, I did not.
Can you tell us what your status is? Are you involved with anybody, or?
No, but I am definitely heterosexual, I guess you could say.
Leaving the two to head off stage and deal with the messy aftermath of a revelation like this, done on a stage like that.
It's like you couldn't have just told him in private.
Please don't watch the balloon video, please. If you absolutely have to, go back to the lore instead. And I hate Marvel, but anything is better than the balloon.
So it seems like there's a split. There's people who absolutely don't want the lore video and just find it boring. Then there's people who don't want the balloon video. Now, chat, I could easily just not do either, and just go to the next, go to something else. But what if I really want to torture chat? What if I just really want to make a spectacle of the situation and choose between the lore or the balloon?
But despite the obvious awkwardness,
Chat, I don't think I'm going to watch any of them, bro. I'm not going to do that, bro. Imagine this nigga in stream.
it actually seemed like both parties took it pretty well, with Jonathan even taking Scott out for dinner that very night to smooth things over, where he again stated that he was flattered but just not interested.
He's gonna kill
However,
him.
this civility wouldn't last long.
Someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die.
Don't I? Fuck these fuck niggas hating on the balloons. Big balloons. Let's watch the balloon videos. I love the degeneracy. So many jokes.
Yeah, there is so many jokes to be told, bruh. But they not rocking with it, bruh.
Man, my sister, I think I just got him in.
Okay, calm down, okay? Okay, why did you do that? Okay, I want you to calm down. Okay, the gun's in the car. Okay, I want you to try to calm down. Okay, can you tell me again why you shot the man?
You a grown arm man typing big balloons, bruh.
And they was all literally laughing and pointing and
Though he didn't say it at the time, the truth was that Jonathan was left shaken and embarrassed by what had happened on the Jenny Jones show. And despite the fact that the program at this point hadn't even aired yet, it was weighing heavily on his mind, just knowing that it would soon be seen by
The
people.
balloons won the poll. Let's watch the balloons. Please.
I'm actually surprised by that.
he knew, and this feeling was only intensified due to the fact that Scott was seemingly not taking no for an answer, leaving a note on Jonathan's door just 3 days later, writing, "If you want to turn this off, you'll have to use a tool. It takes a special tool." This note was his breaking point. The moment Jonathan read it was the moment he made his mind up. He was going to kill Scott Amador. He left his house right then and there and purchased a shotgun, which he used to break down Scott's door, approaching the man and firing 2 shots at point-blank range, both of which connected, killing Scott instantly. With his mission accomplished, Jonathan sped away from the scene, calling the police shortly after and confessing to everything, stating his sole motivation for doing this being the humiliation he felt from Scott's own confession on that TV show, as well as his continued flirtation despite Jonathan's obvious disinterest. Though clearly this was no excuse to kill, and as a result, Jonathan was arrested and given 22 years in prison, from which he was released back in 2017. Due to the fallout from this episode, it was pulled from the lineup before it even made it to air, but today the full recording can be found across the internet, giving us a look at the stage on which a killer was made, and a scene that has now become immortalized as one of the darkest moments in television history.
Jesus.
Holgate who just died in front of you and you worried about some balloons.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy to do that and then like everyone's pointing and laughing and all that it's like, dude, what the fuck? Did our show get canceled?
The internet is a dark place, and lurking around every corner are companies trying to steal and exploit our
I'm not gonna hold you. How do you explain to a 911 operator that you shot a nigger because he brought you out on a TV show to tell you he wanted to spread eagle on you on live TV?
Come on, why did you...
We need the balloon videos.
Why did you put it like that?
data. This is why I always recommend protecting yourself online
Ad!
with Aura, the sponsor of today's video.
Oh my gosh.
One of my all-time least favorite things in this world, dangerous phone calls and text these they calls. And so that things like identity rate service only on /Nick.
What?
First 2 weeks completely free, which I've also linked down below in the description. Nick myself and my family vulnerable to data breaches. And if you don't want to either, go on over to aura.com/NickCrowley where
7月4号的晚上，一家人正常入睡。到了5号凌晨，意外发生了。
5点半早晨，我醒了。我醒来的时候你不在。
He had nowhere else to turn. It had been 11 long...
Can't just sit down and watch something.
No.
Like watch the stream and support the Brugger Dam.
No. It's gotta be, you know, more. It's gotta be more, bro.
Excruciating days since 55-year-old Shu Guoli had last seen his wife, Lai Hueli, who had vanished from their apartment in the dead of night. So now, desperate for help tracking her down, he took to the local news stations, putting out a public plea for any information that could help bring her home.
He did it!
Her disappearance occurred on the 4th of July, 2020, which also happened to be their daughter's 11th birthday. To celebrate, Shu made the family a special meal, including his daughter's favorite, meatballs, cooking the entire recipe from scratch, even grinding the beef at home.
Sorry.
The dinner was supposedly a success, and to finish things off, Lai and her daughter enjoyed a tall glass of milk poured by Shu before the family turned in for the night. Hours later, in the dead of night, Shu woke to use the restroom, and upon getting back into bed, he briefly watched his wife as she was sleeping peacefully next to him, before he fell back asleep. He would never see her again. 24 hours later, Lai Hueli was officially reported missing, and a full-blown investigation into her whereabouts was launched, which is where things begin to get strange. When police searched the apartment complex, they noted a large number of security cameras positioned all over the property, both inside and outside of the building, making it all but certain that Lai would be seen in the footage at some point leaving the apartment, which would at least give investigators a timeline as to when she left. The footage first shows Lai and her daughter taking the elevator up to their apartment at 5:04 p.m., which was presumably right before their meal. From there, over 6,000 hours of footage would be reviewed frame by frame, though strangely, Lai was never pictured again. To investigators, this was impossible. The cameras covered every single possible exit, and it was shown that not a single route would have made her completely undetectable to them, which quite simply meant that she could not have left the building. She had to be somewhere inside, and so they searched everywhere in that complex, from the unit she—
Dude, he cut her up into the— They ate her!
She lived in, to the AC vents, the water tanks, storage units, everywhere. Though still, they found nothing. Lai was gone, but at the same time, she clearly hadn't left. It was no wonder why Shu felt so helpless in the situation, and fearing that they were reaching a dead end, he began what essentially became his media tour, as he attempted to get as many eyes as possible onto the case in order to help find his wife.
You wild for that? My fault. Maybe she jumped out the window.
许先生说，7月5号凌晨12点半，他
It's just, bro, they showed that image of, like, why was it so important to tell us that, yo, the little daughter's favorite food was meatballs? Like, what the fuck that had to do with anything, bro?
床上洗手间的时候，妻子还躺在身边。到了清晨5点半，床上就只剩下他一个人。
我也没在意，对吧？
您当时为什么没在意？
发生了这个很正常。
之前有没有发生过这种的情况？
没有。
我女儿怎么办？我的生活怎么办？啊，我老婆什么时候回来到底？是我都不知道，现在对我。
我把女儿叫起来了，因为我女儿在隔壁嘛。那么叫去问了她一下，我说你妈妈有没有看到？她说没看到。我当时也没怎么在意，反正早晨出去吧，就是说，那么继续自己的事情。
These media appearances began to happen numerous times a day across essentially any station that would allow him on. Though even when this failed to garner any leads, he kept the pressure on the public, this time by announcing a reward of 100,000 yen for anyone with information that could help lead to her discovery.
How much is that?
Meanwhile, investigators
USD.
kept digging, searching the area again and again, but still, it just wasn't adding up. There was no way out of that building that hadn't been thoroughly checked over.
$1,000?
Well, except for one. In what was likely a last-ditch idea, one of the investigators had a hunch that they should check the community septic tank, as that was really the only place that hadn't been thoroughly picked over yet. And so dozens of trucks moved in to sift through weeks of raw sewage. They searched for 25 hours within the grime, filth, and unbearable stench, until they found something. It was an unusual gooey mass that no one could seem to identify, and wanting to know more, they brought the substance back to the lab for testing, only to discover that they had essentially just solved the case. They had found Lai.
Oh, you almost got away with it too.
Or at least what remained of her. Despite the story Shu had told investigators and the media, things didn't actually happen the way he said they did on that fateful night. Instead, the couple had actually gotten into an argument after Shu had cut his hand while preparing the meatballs, to which he blamed his wife for the injury, causing the two to have a verbal spat. This was supposedly nothing uncommon for the pair, as the marriage had allegedly turned sour years before due to financial strain, meaning that this was far from their first fight.
It's always financial.
Though it would be their last.
Always money,
When Shu
bro.
handed his wife and daughter their milk for the night, each tall glass had actually been laced with sleeping medication, with the drug immediately taking effect and knocking both of them out. And with the house now silent, he smothered Lai with a pillow, thus ending her life. But if this was the case, then how did she end up in the septic tank? Well, Shu had a plan. He had previously purchased several large butcher knives, which he used to cut his wife into smaller pieces. However, this still wasn't enough for him, as he wanted to make sure that every trace would be discarded in the most effective way possible. And so, he turned to the kitchen, and more specifically, the area he had prepared the meatballs in earlier, before proceeding to place her remains through the meat grinder, turning Lai into an unrecognizable mass of flesh that he would then methodically flush down the toilet over the course of many hours.
7月4号的晚上，一家人正常入睡。到了5号凌晨，意外发生了。
5点半早晨，我醒了。我醒来的时候你不在。
Despite playing the role of a loving husband and even a victim across his television interviews, this man had actually not only killed his wife, but desecrated her remains in a horrendous fashion. And looking back at some of his answers, it's honestly not all that surprising.
一个人他出不去的，按他的智商，老实说，我这么多年了，在跟他做夫妻了，对他了解，他是出不去的，就是。
As a result of
he was trying to insinuate that it was someone else. Oh my god.
his crimes, Shu Guoli would be sentenced to death, with his execution being set to happen in the near future.
Oh shit! What happened to the daughter? What? Damn. Okay, on to the next. That's crazy, bro.
September 27th, 2007, cameras document an unfolding protest in Yangon, Myanmar, as thousands of people take to the streets to express their displeasure with their government. The demonstration was part of an emerging struggle later known as the Saffron Revolution, with tensions having risen in the month prior when the government made the decision to remove subsidies on the price of gasoline, thus causing gas prices to inflate overnight by over 60%, throwing the economy into instant turmoil. In response, this saffron revolution began, which was largely spearheaded by the monks of the region, who all preached a peaceful protest, believing that the government would soon come to its senses when they saw that their citizens were unified against them. However, the government showed no signs of letting up. In fact, on this day, they had actually begun taking offensive measures, going as far as to arrest hundreds of monks in response to their picketing. For the residents, this display was shocking, as they struggled to understand how their own government could jail these religious figures. But they had no idea just how much crueler they could get. As the demonstrators marched in the street that day, a line of officers announced that they had 10 minutes to go home or else they would face dire punishment. But the crowd refused to back down, being intent on marching on to let the world know just how serious they were. And with neither side willing to budge, the officers began to fire their weapons, first into the air as a warning, and then directly at the protesters.
Wow. What?
It was a massacre, with the official death toll being 10 innocent civilians, while others on site that day posited that the number was likely much higher. The footage is disturbing on its own, but there was another layer to this ordeal, one unexpected variable. A man named Kenji Nagai. Nagai was a journalist from Japan with a lengthy track record of reporting on situations in dangerous, even war-torn countries, building up an impressive resume in the journalism community. And during the Saffron Revolution, he was visiting the region with his camera to document the events firsthand, as he had done with so many conflicts before. Yet despite having so-called special protection due to his journalist status, Kenji never made it back home, with Myanmar officials reporting that he had accidentally been struck in the chest by a stray bullet, making him the only foreign casualty in this ordeal. The revelation was obviously heartbreaking for his family and for the entire country of Japan, who strongly condemned the slaying of Kenji as well as the slaying of the other protesters. But still, officials in Myanmar asserted that this was all just an unfortunate accident, a classic case of a man being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But this was only the beginning of the story.
Aw, shit.
Days later, the Japanese media would receive a video recording of the bloodshed that occurred on that notorious day, when the streets of Yangon turned into a one-sided battlefield, and the contents were alarming to say the least.
Oh my god!
この時カメラは倒れ込む半ズボン姿の男性を捉えていた。
What?
The footage shows a crowd of people desperately running for their lives, when in the corner of the frame you can see a man dressed in white, holding a camera as he falls to the ground. It was Kenji Nagai, and he hadn't tripped or even been shot at this point, but instead, he was seen being pushed by a soldier who now pointed his weapon at the man who was now lying helplessly on the ground, and fired a shot directly into his chest, leaving him there to die. Following this, a separate photographer on the scene managed to capture an image of Kenji moments after the attack, and in the photo, Nagai was still holding onto his camera, documenting the carnage around him, as he laid there bleeding to death, having taken a bullet directly into his heart. The revelation was shocking for a few reasons. Most obviously, it disproved the initial claims that Kenji Nagai had been shot by a stray bullet, as this was clearly and quite literally an execution, but it also showed the entire world these harrowing yet inspiring images of a fearless, passionate journalist who continued documenting the battle around him, even as the life left his body, with his corpse being shown minutes later still holding on to that camera. Which leaves us with one burning question. What happened to that camera?
They shot it and destroyed it. Come on now.
Kenji Nagai had quite literally given his life to capture the images on that device, and with the man being so close to the action, it was likely that whatever was on that camera was incredible, and perhaps even showed his execution up close, which could give more details about how exactly his passing came to be.
R.I.P.
Yet when his body was returned back to his family in Japan, that camera was nowhere to be found, despite it being in his hands when he passed. Had it been left behind? Was it destroyed in the carnage?
Come on now.
Well, it wouldn't take long for these two questions to be answered, as more footage of the event would soon emerge, again on Japanese television. The clip appeared to show one of the soldiers responsible for Kenji's death going in and physically prying the camera from the dead man's hand. And from that point on, it had never been seen again. And with that, one of the most unique lost media searches of all time was underway, And this wasn't an example of lost media that's better off staying lost either, as Kenji's own family was desperate to get this camera back in order to showcase his final images to the world. And so they put out various requests, pleas, and even started a petition begging the government of Myanmar to turn the camera over, assuming that they were the ones who held it in their possession. Though despite the immense public pressure throughout the years, nothing ever came of their pleas. In fact, not only did the Myanmar government refuse to give it up, but they continued to assert that Kenji's death was nothing more than an innocent accident.
Dude, we saw it in 4K!
And for many years it would remain this way. Until out of nowhere, a full decade and a half later...
How?
iChat will officially hand over the camera.
A press conference was held with the family of Kenji Nagai as the camera was finally returned to their possession. The story of how this camera got back to them is almost entirely a mystery. A group called the Democratic Voice of Burma was involved in some capacity, though they credited an unnamed individual as the catalyst behind its recovery, with many believing that this person had likely stolen the camera from the government and smuggled it out of Myanmar. But aside from the speculation, no further information was provided, which was probably done to ensure the safety of the individual involved. And despite having no confirmation as to where this camera had actually been, the family finally had it in their possession after 15 long years. And they've actually gone on to release bits and pieces of the footage from that day to the media, which finally gives us a look into some of Kenji's final moments.
Oh, so the full thing hasn't been released. Damn, that's crazy, bro.
ただいま軍がですね、到着しました。あそこにあるのは軍ですね。重装備した軍隊だと思います。皆さんこうして市民がですね集結しています。そうした中重装備した軍隊のトラックが到着しました。
Moments after pointing out the military that had moved in to quell the protest, Kenji was executed by one of those very soldiers. It's unclear how much more footage was actually on that camera, but for the time being, this is all that's been released to the public, and it's likely to remain that way forever.
Yeah.
Today, his family hopes that this footage will help highlight the fact that the problems in Myanmar are actually still very prevalent, with the civil unrest continuing to lead to the deaths of hundreds, even thousands of people per year. As for many of the citizens, the battle rages on. Though in a somewhat poetic fashion, the recovery of Kenji's camera actually brought the situation back into the news cycle, meaning that even after his death, Kenji Nagai continues to make a difference.
Damn, that's crazy. They should drop a movie on homie's life, and then that's when they release the actual final footage as a jaw-dropping what the fuck. Holy shit.
Und hier ist der Mann, der aus der Kente kam. Thomas Gottschalk.
Wetten Dass. Wetten Dass. Starring Will Smith. No, starring Tom Holland.
It was always a big deal when Wetten Dass would go on air. After all, it was far and away the most popular show in all of Europe, drawing in millions of viewers to see what crazy segments the show would come up with.
Wetten Dass.
The premise of the show was that the contestants were given various unusual challenges that they would attempt to complete in front of a live television audience, with these challenges always being somewhat tailored to the contestants' lives.
That's nifty.
Though these silly challenges would usually be contrasted by someone attempting something a bit more daring, with these stunts often being reserved for people with some sort of special training beforehand, to assure that they were physically and mentally up to the task in order to avoid injury. The show was very intriguing, with an air of fun and danger all rolled into one, as you never really knew what you were going to get when you tuned in, leading to their program pulling roughly 20 million.
He got banned for that shit, bro. He got banned for like a week on YouTube, or is getting banned for like a week on YouTube for that shit.
Viewers per episode at its peak, which was also helped by the A-list celebrities that often made appearances.
What the hell?
And on December 4th,
Michael Jackson, Phil Collins. Damn.
2010, the lineup was particularly stacked, with Cameron Diaz being featured as well as
Seth Rogen. Oh my gosh, dude. Damn, this show was a banger.
Peak, which was also helped by the A-list celebrities that often made appearances.
Yo, thank you for the donation.
And on
I appreciate
December 4th,
you.
2010, the lineup was particularly stacked, with Cameron
Have a
Diaz
good
being
day at work,
featured,
bro.
as well as Justin Bieber, who was set to perform in front of the millions watching at home. But first, things would start off with a stunt performed by 23-year-old Samuel Koch. Samuel was a stuntman and actor in training, already having one stunt
Samuel
credit
Koch.
to his name and a vast amount of training under his belt, making him the perfect candidate to perform.
No TC wasn't good enough, or maybe TC was, they just couldn't afford him, bro. Okay, shut up.
Perform something more dangerous and physically demanding. With this in mind,
Or maybe they just didn't show him yet, dude. Like, okay, calm down.
Samuel was given the task
But they got MJ. Okay, and
of jumping over 5 moving cars, each of which progressively gets.
Chat, what's more impressive? Jumping through buildings, scaling mountains, dodging explosions, jumping from mountains off of a bike, hanging on the side of airplanes, or singing songs. Oh my god, you can sing a song, dude. Congratulations, bro. Want a cookie? Want a cookie, bro?
Getting longer and harder to clear, and in order to help make things a bit easier, he was given spring-loaded boots, or kangaroo shoes, which would allow him to jump higher. The stunt was right on the border of Samuel's capabilities, as during his practice runs he was just able to clear most of the vehicles, though not without falling multiple times, making it a true challenge, which was what the show was all about.
Oh no.
And at Samuel's request, his segment would open the show, with his mother watching from the stands, having a microphone attached
That's his mother?
were ready to capture her reaction.
Oh no.
It's Aguera's timing.
I was about to say, surely they wouldn't air this, right?
The first jump goes off cleanly, making it obvious that Samuel could actually do this. Though when approaching the second car...
Okay, never mind. Oh, fuck. Oh, it was live. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, bro. All right, here we go. Here we go. And this is why, like, I understand why they banned Speed for this. One, so, like, you know, he won't do this shit again. Also, others wouldn't get inspired to do it again, like, to try it and outdo him and do 3 cars, bro.
Samuel bails out, feeling as though something wasn't quite right with his approach. This meant that he would now have to execute the next 3 jumps without fail, or else he would lose the bet. And with the pressure mounting as the third car approached, he nailed it, leaving him just 2 jumps away from winning the prize. Though waiting for him inside that 4th car was a surprise. The drivers of these vehicles weren't just employees of the show, they were actually people Samuel knew, all of which had been good friends of his up until this point. But for the 4th car, with the pressure already on, it would be his own father behind the wheel.
Oh my God, I don't want to be, oh my God, I wouldn't even want to be involved in something like this, bro.
They both look at each other from afar as Samuel raises his hand and his father raises his back, as the two begin towards each other.
Oh no, please. Oh shit.
Samuel jumps, but immediately something is wrong. He's just a bit too low, causing the back of his head to make contact with the windshield. From the footage, it looks like just a graze, so insignificant that you might miss it. But in reality, it's believed that in this moment, Samuel hit his head in such a way that he was knocked unconscious, leaving him in the air with no way of sticking his landing.
Oh fuck.
And with that, he falls to the ground, unable to protect himself, landing directly onto his face.
Oh shit.
With his mother's microphone briefly capturing her initial reaction.
wehgetan?
Nein. Sofort den Arzt, bitte. Sofort ein Arzt.
The camera cuts to one of the judges, whose face tells us just how bad the scene is. Samuel isn't moving and is totally unresponsive. Even as his mother runs from the stands to comfort him, he doesn't move an inch. Even worse, the program was beloved due to the fact that they aired no commercials. It was a live feed for as long as 3 hours, meaning that they had no commercial break to cut to. And remember, this was the very first segment. Instead, the cameras show the audience, all of whom were standing there stunned in complete silence, as paramedics rush in to help the man. It would be several excruciating minutes before the host Thomas Gottschalk announced that the show would be cancelled for the evening, ending the program early for the very first time in its history.
Dankeschön, bis gleich, hoffentlich.
With the host being so shaken by what he had witnessed that he resigned immediately after the show. The good news was Samuel was alive, though he was in rough shape.
Oh my god.
2 of his cervical vertebrae had been fractured and his spinal cord was badly damaged, which left him fully paralyzed from the neck down, turning him instantly into a quadriplegic. And what makes the situation that much more depressing was that, again, his father was the one driving, likely leaving him with unimaginable guilt, despite the fact that it clearly wasn't his fault. But despite this awful tragedy, Samuel's story is actually quite inspiring in the end, as he's gone on to become a successful actor, and even has a credit as an assistant director, taking what was quite possibly the worst hand he could have ever been dealt with, and going out there and achieving his dreams regardless. Though meanwhile, Wetten Dass never really recovered from the incident, and would be cancelled just a few years later due to low ratings, with the most popular episode after the incident being one where Samuel himself actually made an appearance, where he forgave the show and claimed that what happened to him was not their fault. Though it seems the general public was not able to forget that horrific moment they had all witnessed on live TV.
Oh man, bro.
There's one magical, haunted evening each year when all the scary creatures come out to prowl through every neighborhood.
Golly, bro. Yeah, that brings it up like people not realizing just how crazy it is what Speed did, which is why, like, I understand they had to make him an example, but I wouldn't say it's the show's fault. Like, it's not like the show made him do it. You came and presented the thing. So I feel like it just went wrong. Like, the shit just went wrong, bro. It just went wrong, bro. You know?
It's Halloween night, 1992. People across...
It's like if something happened to Speed, like, luckily it didn't, and hopefully he don't do that shit no more. You can't blame YouTube. You know? Yeah, YouTube allowed it to be streamed, but it's not like, you know, you can't blame the YouTube.
Across the UK are just getting home.
Yeah, let's set up a live show with a dangerous stunt. This is what happens when you put the money first, chat. And no, that's not good enough. We need higher ratings. Let's put the closest people to him in the car.
I don't know.
I hate stuff like this. So unnecessary.
Now that part is crazy. I don't know whose idea it was. Because, I mean, if you're doing a crazy stunt, it's like, do you want family, like people you know that entrust to do it? Or would you want a professional to do it? I would think you would lean more towards the professional. So I don't know whose idea it was to have, like, family members do it. That's kind of crazy.
Home and settling in for the night, with many deciding to turn on their televisions in search of some...
Like, if it was, like, the production teams, or the show was like, hey, yo, what if we have, like, your family do it instead of professionals? Then, okay, maybe I ain't gonna lie, you gotta take the blame there, because that's kind of crazy.
Spooky content to fit the mood, only to find a rather surprising option from an even more surprising source, the BBC. They were airing a new special called Ghostwatch, a daring mission that followed famed BBC presenter Michael Parkinson and a team of...
Oh yeah, he was a stuntman too, though. Like, that's another thing. He was a stuntman, so, you know.
Reporters, as they...
what is this? You made a Doom. Oh my gosh. You made a Doom one. Okay, so look. I can't put this. I can't use that. I can't do that. I can't use this right now. I can't use this right now because I feel like I really don't like know him like that, and I would be dick riding. Like I literally just seen his origin story. Okay, I just seen his origin story. I need to watch more videos, bro. I need to watch more videos. Definitely gonna, download it though. But I need to watch more videos on him and stuff like that to see if I like, yeah, he looked cool, but like, is he cool though? Like, I seen some cool shit, but I need to see more.
They aim to capture definitive proof of the existence of ghosts, and to add another layer of tension, they would attempt to do so live on TV.
Because that would be dick riding. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me go back. Sorry.
That followed famed BBC presenter Michael Parkinson and a team of reporters as they aimed to capture definitive proof of the existence of ghosts. And to add another layer of tension, they would attempt to do so live on TV.
Y'all believe in ghosts?
At the time, this was extremely unique, especially for the BBC, which was known to be one of the most trusted news stations in the UK. And making things even more interesting, they weren't going to be doing their investigation at a well-known haunted...
Chat, for me, it's like, bro, it's like... It's like this. No, but would I want to go to a haunted mansion and stay the night? No. It's like, I don't know, bro. Because who knows? Who knows, man? I watch the shows where they got the little things, and for all I know, it could be fake. And the thing goes crazy, or they'd be like, if there's, turn the light on, and then like a little light will go off in the corner. Like, it's crazy, but I don't know. But am I going to entertain it and go to a haunted house or, no, I'm not going to do that. It's the same thing with demons, bro. Like I don't believe in like the demons and all that shit. Like, I don't really believe that shit's in that shit. But am I going to play with a Ouija board or stand in like whatever that star shit is? Fuck no. Like, why would I even want to have that type of energy around me, bro? Hell no.
Destination, but rather a simple suburban home, a home inhabited by a family and what they claim to be an intense, even violent spirit named Mr. Pipes. The name was given because the spirit produced loud banging noises, which the mother initially believed to be the home's old water pipes. The mother's name was Pamela Early, and she lived in the home with her two daughters, Suzanne and Kim, and for months they had been desperately trying to get the media's attention to help with these hauntings. However, most reporters who visited the scene labeled them as crazy, and so this was their moment to prove to the world that these paranormal occurrences were in fact real. Though early on, most viewers were left feeling the exact opposite way.
BBC Pipes.
Inside the home, reporter Sarah Green would experience essentially no activity for the first hour, with Michael Parkinson and a skeptic they had brought on for an interview casting serious doubt that the phenomena experienced inside the home prior was anything supernatural, instead blaming these supposed occurrences on psychological.
Only ones who say no is someone who's never been in contact with them. I mean, well, if that's the case, then, bro, wait, hold on. If that's the case, then you're supposed to believe anything just because you haven't what?
Issues. And things only got worse from here, as upon hearing Mr. Pipe's infamous banging noises,
I don't get that
Sarah
logic.
actually caught Suzanne making the sounds herself by hitting a hammer against the wall, essentially disproving the entire story of the house.
Quite extraordinary. We set out to catch a ghost.
It's sort of like aliens, though, or aliens in like other life, though.
And sadly, very sadly, what we witnessed was a remarkable...
Like me personally, I believe that there's got to be more than just us on this planet. There's got to be like some shit going on all the way down, in a whole different universe or a whole different galaxy. There's just gotta be, something, bro. There isn't, not gonna lie. This whole galaxy, and like, what makes you believe that you're the most special one, that only you can exist, bro? Believe in only God. And that's where the conversation ends, bro. Here we go. That's why it's like, I can't have these conversations with some types of people, because people are closed-minded, and then they stop. They stop at this thing, and it's just like, all right, well, I'm just not having the conversation, bro. We'll move on. Let's watch the video.
Exposure of a hoax.
Let's not be too hasty.
That's kind of the issue. That's kind of the issue with it. But anyway,
it was
whatever.
a rough showing. However, by the show's final hour, things began to take an unexpected turn.
Suzanne, are you okay? It's all right, love. Oh, don't get upset, love. Your mum's here. Oh, dear God.
Suddenly, the show cuts to Suzanne, who is lying unresponsive in her bedroom, completely covered in scratches.
I feel like stuff like this is set up.
Broadcast into utter chaos.
I feel like stuff like this is set up, bro.
We will stay with you. What's that? Where are we going? Just outside. Where are we going?
As they rush to help her, loud banging noises emanate from all across the home, despite the fact that everyone was now accounted for. It was horrifying, and made even more so as the camera shows Suzanne hiding behind a couch.
Susie.
Yes. See, I'm not like easily convinced. Like some people see this and it's just those certain type of people that believe shit like this. But bro, like let's be adults. Like, come on now. And I feel like that's when it gets to the point where people don't let people people don't allow these individuals to take credit for shit that they do. They blame it on something else and allow that as a scapegoat to where they don't have to get the forms of punishment that they should be getting. It's insane to me, bro. Like, someone goes and kills 3 people. That wasn't me, bro. The devil had a hold of me, bro. You got to understand, the devil had a hold of me. All right, bro.
Stop it!
You're right, bro. He's innocent. He's innocent, bro. Let him go.
Stop it, Susie!
Where she begins to speak in a low, unrecognizable voice, almost as if she was possessed. Now, in case you haven't caught on yet, Ghostwatch is a work of fiction. The entire show...
Ooh, chat. Wait, this could be cool, though. That's fire. My fault. Okay, so I'm gonna wait until this is locked in, and then I'll tell y'all. But could be cool. Could be a cool little thing.
It was actually a staged, pre-recorded movie, with everyone you see here being actors, except for Michael Parkinson, who was actually a presenter of the BBC, who was used to make the movie look as authentic as possible, in order to terrify the viewers. In fact, the show had even started with a brief disclaimer, explaining that this was all going to be a staged performance.
Now, on BBC One, Screen One presents an unusual and sometimes disturbing film marking Halloween. Using the modern idiom of the outside broadcast, Michael Parkinson, Sarah Green, Mike Smith, and Craig Charles star in Ghostwatch.
But the problem was, most people didn't see this. And with the movie aiming to look as authentic as possible, many just took it at face value and truly believed that they were watching an actual real-life possession unfolding before their eyes. And the program wasn't over either. I won't spoil too much of the film, but from this point on, everything is chaotic and extremely tense, leading to the revelation being made that through this program, they had essentially just performed one massive seance, which left each of the 11 million viewers watching at home supposedly susceptible to demonic possession, with the program ending with Michael Parkinson himself becoming possessed.
When you assure me that my wife is safe,
we have got an emergency generator, whether or not we should bring it in.
That's good marketing, bro.
Auto keeps working. Round and round the garden, like a teddy bear.
After which the camera shuts off and Ghostwatch comes to an end. The program immediately caused widespread panic, with the network receiving over 30,000 phone calls that night, most of which coming from horrified viewers. Even Parkinson's own mother phoned the show in hysterics as she genuinely believed her son had been possessed and potentially even killed. The stories from that night are incredible, with one woman calling the show and demanding compensation for a new pair of trousers, as her husband had quite literally defecated himself out of fear, as well as 2 boys who presented to their doctors with symptoms of PTSD.
Chad, there was a movie that just came out. I think it was like, was it? No, not where the show had the girl came up there or some shit. Late night with the devil. That movie was cool. And then like it was weird though towards the end. But it was cool though.
It was complete and utter madness, but of all the reactions to Ghostwatch, one individual took it the hardest. Among the 11 million viewers watching was an 18-year-old named Martin Denham, who was tuning in from his family's living room with his parents and younger sister. As the show progressed, Michael began acting strangely, curling up into a ball and becoming unresponsive. All the while, his eyes stayed locked on the screen, watching these horrific events unfold, with his family describing it as if he had been hypnotized.
Bro.
Now, Martin did suffer from a learning disability, which apparently affected his behavior at times, but this was something entirely new. Starting that night, he was overcome with intense paranoia, as he began hearing noises around the house, which his parents recognized as the water pipes. This explanation only increased Martin's fear, however, as this was the exact excuse the mother had used on Ghostwatch to initially explain the paranormal phenomena.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. If I'm a kid, I mean, 18 is like, I mean, I guess 18 you still are easily influenced. If I'm watching something late at night and that shit creepy and I hear a noise and then my mom is telling me the same thing that I just seen from the movie, like that's kind of creepy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of creepy. But to be on the ground shivering like I'm not, you're like, bro, come on, dude, get a hold of yourself. But at the same time, he is mentally challenged.
And so each time he heard these deep thudding noises, he believed they were coming from Mr. Pipes, with a spirit infiltrating his home thanks to that cursed show that he still believed to be real. Over the next few days, Martin refused to spend any time in the dark, and even asked to switch bedrooms as he believed Mr. Pipes was hiding in his walls. But nothing could alleviate his panic. It was all just too much. 5 days after Ghostwatch aired, Martin Denham would end his own life, leaving behind a note that read, "Please don't worry, if there is ghosts, I will now be one, and I will always be with you as one."
Oh yeah, nah. That's a movie.
Ghostwatch was
right
created
there
to provide a viewing experience that was as realistic as possible, and unfortunately in this case, it succeeded a little too well, thus causing the show to be banned from broadcast in the UK, where it has never aired since.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like I feel like when shows like this get blamed, that's kind of insane. It's like when people try to blame GTA for people wanting to go out and kill people, and then now they're gonna ban GTA.
Though today, you can still find the full movie across various streaming services.
Oh, never mind.
Where despite the terrible, unfortunate
Well, they still got banned though.
Tragedy that entailed, it's still renowned as an integral part of horror history, while simultaneously being remembered as one of the darkest moments in television history.
Every platform has influence, yeah, and if you're dumb enough to be influenced by things, then you're just natural selection. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, RIP to this dude, but if you're playing GTA though, and you're running over people in GTA, and you think, oh my god, this, like, I just got away from 3 stars, like, this has influenced me to think I can do this in real life. You're fucking
this
stupid,
might be
bro.
arguably the greatest choreographed dance number for any movie, plus this is how you bag a bitch.
You're stupid, and there's no subtle way to talk about it, okay? Like, stop blaming other things. Stop blaming other things for your stupid decisions, bro. Like, it's like, even like Andrew Tate and all of them, bro. The shit that they're saying.
Not sure if you like horror, but there is this fan film that feels like a real TV show.
The shit that they're saying, it's like, yo, if you go out and tell a girl I'm an alpha male and I need you to respect me and I need you to do the things that I say or I'm going to leave
like a lame version of the War of Worlds.
Yo, you're an idiot. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the story the TC movie was based off. Originally a radio story in 1938 by Orson Welles, presented like a radio news broadcast. People who missed the intro thought we were being invaded.
Context is everything, bro. It's like the people who just see headlines and just go with it because, well, that's what the headline said. Dude, did you maybe look and scroll and read everything, or did you just see the one part and took it as fact? And I feel like less and less people do that, especially with this era of clips, bro. It's easy to just watch a clip and form your whole opinion there. Watch a clip, read a few comments of people who also just watched the clip and didn't do any other research, and see that they got the most likes and made their opinion, and their opinion goes with yours, and like, wow, okay, so this really did happen. Wow, this guy's a weirdo. We're ruined. We're doomed. What is this? What am I clicking? What is? Oh On a happier note, this might be arguably the greatest choreographed dance number for any movie. Yo, for the people watching at home, because when I upload this is gonna be nighttime. So like, I'll throw this in here so you don't gotta, watch a cartoon or something afterwards. A dance number, the greatest dance number or something like that. I don't know. He just linked it.
Hey, come on, everybody, get your fibers. It's gonna be dancing.
Okay, I thought this wasn't supposed to be horror. Like, what's happening? Do you hear the sound? Am I being possessed? Dude, are y'all hearing that? Okay, maybe this shit's real. I can't watch this. No, I need something more happier. This is creepy, okay? Guys, this is creepy. It's influencing me to... Never mind. I'm gonna ignore it. You know what I can't ignore? The amount of white people. Where are all the black people? Oh, there. I see them in the trees. Hanging. Wow, this is crazy. Where's the happiness? Okay, sorry, those were all jokes. I'm gonna actually lock in now. Think about it, though. Everyone in this room has said it. They've said it. Everyone in this room has said it to someone. When did this come out? Okay, positive. Isn't this great? Not in sight. On my hands, on the hands. Take that, and hang 'em on high. Take that, and hang 'em on side. Take that, and hang 'em on high. Take that, and pride. Take that. Okay, sorry. I'm actually locking in. These are good people. Come on, guys. Yo.
Imagine it is real, and while everyone gets away, you get bodied, causes you in library getting more info on the matter. JK.
You said that this is the greatest choreographed dance number for any movie, and I'm not gonna lie, that Matilda shit that we saw is already beating this. So they need to pick it up. Like, the music is hitting, but like, okay, they hit it better in Toy Story 2. It's giving Woody's Roundup. Come on and save the day.
ImDOntai, check out this wholesome short to get our moods up.
Hold on, I want to see if they really pick it up. I could have sworn I did this in Kingdom Hearts 3. There was literally a scene like this in Kingdom Hearts 3. What are they, the Power Rangers? Okay.
Scalped a couple natives, then went home and beat their wives.
Chat.
God bless the good old US of A.
It's picking up, but it's like, bro, the way he hyped it up in this donation, I need more. Okay. Little leapfrog. Okay.
Okay, I didn't hear it wrong, right? Did the guy that linked this say it's the greatest choreography ever? It's a bunch of white people mewing and doing the same square dance I did in 4th grade, bruh.
Hold on. Let. Clearly a wire. Yo, chat, does somebody got something to rival this? Link it. Think of the best. It's got to be the best, like, choreographed dance, like link it. There's got to, because I'm sorry, Mr. I didn't see your name. It's not giving. It's been 3 minutes and 40 seconds, and the most thing I seen is a backflip and a leapfrog, maybe. A backflip and a leapfrog, maybe.
On a un tout jeune homme qui est plein de vie, vous allez voir. C'est Joël Legendre. Bonsoir, Joël.
Bonsoir.
La chanson que tu fais, c'est une chanson folklorique, mais qui a une allure de folklore contemporain. C'est l'allure qu'on lui a donnée avec une chanson fort populaire actuellement. C'est quoi déjà la chanson?
En revenant de Sainte-Hélène.
Bon, on va revenir de Sainte-Hélène, mais on retournera à Sainte-Hélène après ça. Oui.
No chat. Not like step it up. Not like that, or like stomp the yard. I'm talking about like that old classic shit. Like something like, cause that.
How
like,
y'all come across
I know they get down
like
better than that.
We talk about
the whites,
Thai, but
chat.
some of y'all gotta be
the
pushing
whites.
50.
Like I know they get down better than that, man. Come on. Huh? Because guys, we already know, like, bro, stomp the yard. Like, we already know, all them niggas can dance. But I want to see, like, I want to be like, okay, you know, with the old, you know, the older stuff or whatever. Or not even older, but like not hip hop based. This nigga's not even dancing, he's singing, bruh.
Now, a woman who kisses on the very first date is usually a hussy, and a woman.
Now, okay, look, I'm not gonna knock you. I'm not even gonna knock you because this is a classic. This is a classic. But no, this doesn't count, bruh. If this is a good one, this doesn't count, bro. Okay, let's see. Zamboopy, 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 na. Wait, these are black people. Come on, yo, guys. I know they're gonna kill this number. Guys, come on. Surprise me here. Surprise me here, man. Okay, so this is another good one. All right, this is another good one. I have seen this. I have seen this one.
This is the latest. It's called The Droop.
She ate that shit, bro. She bodied that shit.
Come on, now you try it.
Me?
I think Miss Trivia's a swinger.
Swinger?
You don't want her to think you're square, do you?
Oh.
Then if you learn how to dance well, she'll think you're boss.
Boss?
Neat. Groovy. Come on, try it. If you smoke a little, let yourself go.
Not too old, but what about this?
Oh, boy, I'm lucky. I'll say I'm lucky. This is my lucky day.
She was hitting that shit, though.
DarkentS, the best choreograph ever.
Yeah, like choreograph, like chore. Hello. Okay, I think we're losing track of what we were supposed to do. Yeah, we've completely lost. We've lost.
DarkentS, isn't nothing topping this. This broke the world.
We've completely lost track, bro. Did you like? He just linked me this. Oh, you guys are so off topic.
Not too old, but what about this part 2?
You guys are completely off topic. Okay, let's see. This one broke the world.
How about a scene from Singing in the Rain?
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
Stand back.
Why?
You'll see.
You better run, run, run.
Skip to around 3 minutes.
Engines under the sun, you're cruising.
Why is this nigga so big?
Whoa, keeping it cool, smooth and steady. So look back here, man, things are getting heavy. You're cruising for bruising. 2 wheels and an open road.
Okay.
Wrapped in leather, ready to go. Don't stop, stop the music. We ride fast like a bullet. We do anything.
Okay, it's like some Grease shit. See, now this is choreographed.
Bubblegum, cherry pop, go to the hop. Hanging with my brother cause his friends are so hot while they're cruising.
This is pretty good.
Alright. I went to the drive-in, what did I see? 100 little Betty's all
Is this a Disney movie? Like, what is this? Okay, that explains a lot then.
I got these 2 wheels and an open road. Just pop that clutch, I'm ready to go. Come on! Stop the music. We run fast like a bullet. We do anything we want, anytime we want. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We just ride, ride, ride all day. We're not gonna live any other way. Oh no, we're not gonna live any other way. Goes 1, 2, 3. Who's riding with me? I got a gang full of bruises all cruising with me. And we're tearing up, we're tearing up, we're tearing up.
But have you ever seen La La Land?
Okay, they cooking. I have not seen La La Land actually. Because there's an original La La Land, then there's like a remake, right? With Ryan Gosling.
You won't regret this.
I'm assuming this is the new one. No? Well, these look like older cars actually, never mind. It's the old one. Wait, this is the old one? What year did this come out? You might regret this. I'm gonna let it cook.
We'll have to see.
All right, so definitely she's dressed like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. So definitely not
West Side Story goated.
like my thing, you know? Which is probably why I never watched it. I can appreciate a good choreographed dance routine number, whatever. I'm just saying, I see why I didn't watch this movie. Yeah, it's like a commercial, like a car insurance commercial. Like the Progressive Girl's gonna come out and say something.
tier choreography for an old movie. This blows everything you've seen so far out the water. How about a scene from Singing in the Rain?
Now that's a classic, right? I'm singing in the rain.
It's 1:30 already.
Never actually seen like I've seen the references in so many movies, but never actually seen it.
It's 1:30 already. It's morning.
Yes, and what a lovely morning. Good morning.
Good morning. We've talked the whole night through.
Nah dog, if I'm sitting in traffic and this shit pops off, I'm running over Zuri, Sanjit, Sarah, Philip, and Mercedes. What the fuck y'all think this is? Nigga, I got to get home.
When the band began to play, the stars
Okay.
were shining bright. Now the milkman's on his way. It's too late to say goodnight. So good morning. Good morning. Sunbeams will soon smile through. Good morning.
Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning. Good morning. We've gabbed the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Nothing could be grander than to be in Louisiana
In the morning. In the morning. It's
This had Tom Cruise pants
Good
drenched.
morning. Good morning to you.
Might be just as zippy if we was in Mississippi.
When we left the movie show, the future was.
See, I like stuff like this. It's like
I admire
not
the
too much
content,
going
bro.
on.
Just wanted to some advice.
The camera
When did
panning
you
with them and all
realize
that.
streaming on Twitch was better than just editing reactions then uploading on YouTube. I have a reaction channel as well.
What the? What? The fuck?
BF, are these niggas not dancing for real? Put on some real jigulation.
When did you realize streaming on Twitch was better than just editing reactions? Okay, so I realized it was better, I ain't gonna lie, after my first stream, bro. Like, after my first stream, and I realized how fun it was to talk with people live while watching something or while listening to music, it got more fun, and I realized I could do more bits without it being awkward, because it's like, I would do bits before when I was just reacting by myself, but, it just seems more natural whenever I'm on stream because I know, you guys are actually there watching it live. If I do that without streaming, I look like a schizophrenic weirdo. But then again, I'm pretty sure I still look like a schizophrenic weirdo on stream. But it's different because I know you guys are like literally watching in the moment.
And I don't want to say good night.
Don't say good morning.
Good morning.
Rainbows are shining through.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Buenos dias.
Gutes dias.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Good morning.
Gleiches Morgen.
Good morning to you.
I feel like it was always tap dancing too. They would hit that shit.
When it comes to choreographed dance numbers in movies, how can you not mention Dick Van Dyke?
See, it's like little shit like that with the music, and I ain't gonna lie, bring tap dancing back, bro. Yo, she's fucking eating. She's skating right now. Holy shit.
Best step movie musical, it slaps and great choreography.
Who are you feeling like? Oh, she's in heels, bro. Classic. Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta see this thing. Oh, all right, never mind. I'm singing in the rain. I'm singing in the rain. Wait,
This has
Here we
Tom
go.
Cruise
I just want to see
and
this real quick.
Stretch.
I haven't seen this.
Quiet!
Not even close? Okay.
Roll
hold
up!
on. Wait.
Two fun facts that Lady Wright
She's
Debbie
gotta
Reynolds
talk into the
played
mic.
Grandma
I
Maggie
can't
in
pick it
Halloween
up.
Town in the late 90s through 2000s and was the mother of Carrie Fisher aka Princess Leia.
Cut!
Tap dancing
the
reminds
matter,
me of
Dexter?
this from Family Guy.
Look, Lena, don't you remember I told you there's a microphone right there in the bush.
Yeah.
You have to talk into it.
Well, I was talking, wasn't I, Miss Dinsmore?
Yes, my dear, but please remember
Jesus, Harley Quinn.
round tones. Pierre, you shouldn't have come.
Pierre, you shouldn't have come.
Yes, my dear, that's much better now.
Hold it a second. Now, Lena, look. Here's the mic. Right here in the bush.
Yeah.
Now you talk towards it. The sound goes through the cable to the box. A man records it on a big record in wax. But you have to talk into the mic first. In the bush. Now try it again.
Gee, this is dumb.
She'll get it, Dexter. Look, Lena, don't worry. We're all a little nervous the first day. Everything's going to be okay. Oh, by the way, Roscoe, you know the scene coming up where I say Imperious Princess of the Night? I don't like those lines there. Is it all right if I just say what I always do? I love you, I love you, I love you.
Sure. Anyway, it's comfortable. But into the bush. Okay. Again. Quiet. Roll 'em.
Shouldn't have shooting with dangerous. They will surely find you out.
Cut! Lena, we're missing every other word. You've got to talk into the mic.
Well, I can't make love to a bush.
All right. We'll have to think of something else.
Oh my God.
What are you doing?
You're being wired for sound, dearie.
What?
Now, Miss Lamont, watch out for those dentalized D's and T's and those flat A's.
Everybody's picking on me.
Okay, Lena. Now look at this flower, see? The mic is in there. That's it. Now the sound will run from it, through this wire, onto the record. It'll catch whatever you say. Now let's hear how it sounds, Lena. Okay, quiet! Roll up!
Yeah, you shouldn't have come. Stay. Sure.
What's that noise?
The mic's picking up her heartbeat.
Swell. That's right. That should do it. Now don't forget, Lena. The mic is on your shoulder. And whatever you say goes through the wire onto the record. Now, please,
Okay,
Lena,
Ty, one
talk
more
into
dance
the
scene.
mic.
It's called Step
Oh,
in
and don't
Time.
make any quick jerky movements or you might disconnect it. Okay, let's go. Quiet!
Quiet! Quiet!
Roll 'em!
Oh, Pierre, you shouldn't have come. You were flirting with danger.
What's this wire doing here? It's dangerous.
Why would you walk on set and just fucking pull shit, bro?
You were flirting with danger.
What's this wire doing here? It's dangerous.
Oh my God,
Babylon
yo!
had a recording scene like
Wait a
this
minute.
one, and it's fucking hilarious.
This shit is bro. I need to actually watch this shit.
Dog, you know, every once in a while I look back and wonder how these people subjugated so much of the world. These wiggers are a bunch of goofy-ass.
I need to actually like just go and just watch this movie. I have not seen it yet. I've literally not seen it yet. It's not even close. All right, chat.